Hello, I'm Cassandra Nieves, one of your librarians here at NCC. In this video tutorial, we're going to take a look at searching in the database ERIC. ERIC is located on the database's A to Z page. We can locate it by navigating to the library website and scrolling down to the three boxes. We want to focus on the one in the center, Research. When we click Learn More, we'll be brought to the Research landing page, where we can see in the center the database's A to Z list. Clicking into this brings us to all of the databases. Because we know we're looking for the database ERIC, we can select the letter E and scroll down until we find it. We are looking for ERIC Education Resources Information Center. Let's try a search for social media and effect. I'm going to do my search, and as you can see, we have over 10,000 results that hit on the keywords social media and effect. Before we start browsing these, let's apply a few filters so we can narrow down the amount of results to find the best information. The first thing I'm going to do is come over to the left-hand side to the publication date and select since 2016, last 10 years. That ensures that we're bringing back the most recent information so that we're not getting anything that's been outdated. Now we have 2,772 results. That's still a lot of results, but it is easier to start this way. When you're browsing the results page, it's recommended to review the title of the article and then read the brief description underneath them. This can give you a little bit of a hint of what the article is going to be about. We see the first one deals with sharing information on social media. The second one talks about faculty members and the effects of social media in higher education. The next one also looks at college students. But as we scroll down, we see the one after that deals with adolescents. So those are very different age groups, adolescents and college students. What we can do is add an additional keyword. So if you only want to look for adolescents, we can type in that to the search bar. We can also keep scrolling down until we get to education level. Education level means the level of education that the people who are being written about have. So if you only want information about high school students, we can click on high school. Just know that these education levels do have some overlap. For example, early childhood education is going to have some overlap with maybe primary education. We can expand the list out and we can see now grades are listed. So middle schools will have overlap with perhaps grade 7, 6, maybe 8 depending on the school. For the purpose of this search, I'm going to select middle schools, and then we can see the filter has been added and we're down to 167 results. So that's a big jump from the 10,000 that we started with. If adding this filter isn't working for you, we can always remove it and add another keyword instead. So we can do and an adolescent and do our search. When you do new searches, as we did here by adding the word adolescent, you will need to reapply some of your filters, so that publication date would need to be reapplied. And we have 295 results. Now we can start browsing these because we're going to know they're going to be about more similar things. They're going to be about the similar age group. So we won't have competing information from maybe high school students, middle school students, children, college students. Let's take a look at this first one to show a few things. When we click into the article, we have our title, we have our citation information, and we have an abstract. The abstract is going to tell us what the article is about. If you're only finding one or two articles that you really like that are really focused on your topic, you can come to this page and at the bottom there are descriptors, and those are the words that the author of the article has provided that relate to what this article is about. So we can take those descriptors and use them as our keywords. So we could create a whole new search. We could use social media and well-being and mental health. So instead of just having it being broad and use the word effect, we could focus in on a way that they are affected, their well-being, their mental health, their physical health. It's a great way to generate additional keywords. To view the articles in ERIC, there's going to be the button over on the right-hand side that says Download Full Text. And when we click that, it will open the full article for us. Unfortunately, ERIC does not provide citations for us. But when we come back to the page where we opened the article, where we saw the abstract, we do have all the information we need to create the citation ourselves. If you're noticing that some of the articles aren't available in full text, we can select the full text available on ERIC option to view articles that are available for free online. If you come across an article that you'd like to read, that you enjoy the abstract, we can request it through interlibrary loan. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to your librarian.